Okay, let's talk about the Saints and the expectation level. Let's talk about it. What are they for you going into this division? Brady's gone. This just in. And it does appear this is a wide open division for you guys to take. Tyrann, your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think we're a talented football team. We've added some pieces.
Oh, yes.
To the team, this offseason with, Derek Carr and, Jamal Williams and, even some defenders, up front. And so, I think, too, we've added some great coaches, too, you know what I mean, in the back end. So the expectations are high. I think they're always high, especially for all 32 teams. I think everybody's trying to, punch their ticket, to the playoffs and, win their division and, try to make a run for it. But, I think we're definitely excited. We feel like we have all the right pieces. We've been working really, really hard, all spring and even throughout training camp. So, it's all about just kind of, using that momentum, throughout the preseason, throughout training camp and, starting off fast, this season and, finishing strong.
And obviously you had a front row seat, Tyrann, to what the Bucs are kind of going through right now, which is what happens next after the GOAT leaves the quarterback spot. And it does appear that you've landed on Derek Carr now, clearly, and he's there. Yeah. What is he bringing to this equation on that front, Tyrann Mathieu?
Well, he's a great leader. I think he's a great leader for our team. He's a great leader for the offense. A lot of those guys gravitate towards him. You can see those guys before practice, after practice, even in the locker room, right, talking about routes and, how they see things. And so I think all those things are encouraging. I think he's always been a pretty good quarterback, in this league. And, I've had a chance to kind of play against him, throughout my time in KC. And, he used to always give us headaches, you know what I mean? So, he's a guy that can definitely, spin the ball. And, he's a guy, too, that he's going to find his playmakers, and get those guys the ball and let those guys go to work.
How is Michael Thomas looking on that front? I mean, it's been a minute for him.
Yeah, he's coming along, and I think, what's really encouraging is, he's at practice every day, right? Like, he's one of the first guys out. He's one of the last guys to leave off the field.
Mm-hmm.
He's still super competitive. And so, he's still a threat. So I think anytime 13 is out there, teams have to account for him. Teams have to respect him. And just wishing him to, obviously stay healthy and, do what he's always done in his league and, which is, really produce. So I think we're all looking forward to, having him back this season and, him, putting his hand in the pile and, helping us win.
What's the size of the chip on Derek Carr's shoulder, Tyrann? Give me what the adjective you use for the size of the chip on his shoulder here. What are you going for?
I mean, simply put, I think it's pretty big. I can remember coming in, in the spring, right, and like he was like the first one in the building.
Mm-hmm.
He was working out with the DBs and wide receivers, right. He had a different, spirit, from one that I've seen in the past. I've played against him, a handful of times, and but he has that look in his eye, man. So I think he's definitely ready to roll this year, and I think he too knows, he has a lot of playmakers around him. He has a pretty good defense. So, I think he's in a good spot right now.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.